Hello there, friends. It's been a really long time. For those of you who haven't been here before, my name is Nicole, and I started this channel, I think like 7 years ago, around that time, to follow my IVF journey to having my son, who is now 5 years old and about to start kindergarten in the fall, which is kind of crazy. Um, anyway, obviously that journey ended, and I kind of never did anything with this channel, and here I am in 2023, and I am going to attempt to revive this. So going forward, obviously I'm not on an IVF journey any longer, nor will I be, so that is not going to be it at all. So what am I doing here? I'm reviving this channel because I have done a ton of reading and watching and researching intermittent fasting, essentially. I don't really call it that. I more just call it fasting because I'm not really tied to any specific periods, or I know a lot of people, there's a lot of different versions of intermittent fasting, and I'm not really sure what I personally feel like is best for me. So to me, this is just going to be about fasting. I'm going to try to see if I can find what works for me from the perspective of, number one, just health benefits. For those of you who were here during my IVF, you know I was almost 40 having a son. So fast forward to now, I am 45 with a 5-year-old, and basically I need to live as long as possible, right? Because I want to see my son grow up, and I want to see all the things and be here as long as I can be. So one of the things that they're finding as they're studying fasting is that it really does help with combating some diseases, and some people call it the fountain of youth. And I feel like that's one of the things that really kind of piqued my attention to all of this when I was looking into it. When I do say I've been reading and researching, I have been looking into all of this for like the past 18 months, and I've dabbled here and there, and I just really want to find what's going to work for me. I Beyond just like living longer and disease fighting, I feel pretty confident that I have some insulin resistance, and I know fasting can help with that. Also, since my pregnancy, I probably weigh about 30 pounds more than I did pre-pregnancy. If you go back and look at my videos, it's probably quite evident. I've aged a lot in the last 6 years. You can see my hair's all gray now. I got the dark circles under the eyes. You know, first of all, single momming is not for the faint at heart. Let me just tell you that. But I also feel like I sort of lost myself a bit in the past 6 years. Between being a single mom and the pandemic, I failed to put myself first a lot. And this is also sort of like one of those steps to take that back, put myself first, get myself healthy, get myself feeling better about not just my appearance, but like I have like aches and pains and little weird things now that I'm like, is it just me getting older, or does it have something to do with like the weight I've put on? So it's just kind of like, this is my shot to hopefully hopefully overcome some of those things. But again, there's so many health benefits, or at least potential health benefits to fasting, that I feel like there's no reason not to give this a try. So the how, I don't know. I feel like I have tried some things. I kind of know some things that I didn't like, things that don't really fit my lifestyle. I do have another YouTuber that I've watched that, let me tell you, I will talk about more about her in a future video, when I'm going to do a video kind of about all the resources, at least the resources I found the most valuable thus far. And as far as just people who have lived this life and aren't doctors and aren't scientists and all of that, they're just like, you know, you or me. I have to say, there is one particular YouTuber that just makes it look so darn easy, dang her. And I feel like she's kind of made some guidelines for herself that for me, I think would make a good starting point. Again, this is going to be trial and error, so I don't know where I'm landing, but I feel like I'm going to sort of take some of her points and kind of start there. I definitely feel like on the weekends I'll have shorter fasts, but during the work week, I think I could really get some good long fasts in. So again, I think I'm going to play with it a little bit. I'm going to try some things this first week, see how it feels, see how I do, see if there's any progress on the scale. And then next week will be a new week, and maybe we adjust or maybe we keep going. I don't know. We shall see. That's kind of my plan of action. I do not have any sort of other pieces to that puzzle I want to add in right now. I am like one of those all or nothing people. So I know if I like lay out all these things I'm going to do, like, oh, I'm going to work out 5 days a week, and I'm only going to eat healthy foods and blah, blah, blah. The second I mess up, I'm going to throw in the towel on everything because that's just what I do. So for right now, my focus is just finding a fasting schedule that I can live with. And down the road, I definitely have other pieces I would like to work on. But for now, that is it. And also, just to add on to that whole, like, there's going to be varying fast lengths, I need to learn to be okay with that. If any of you have ever been like lifelong dieters like I have, you know that like that rigidity is what always ends up blowing it up in our face, right? So I think right now, I just want to have grace with myself on this. I want to know what my goals are, but be open to the fact that like that's not like a die-hard rule, and that if I don't hit that, then this whole thing was a failure. So for me, this is also going to be a big mindset shift, and I think that's actually really important. I think some of us that have diet brain, it's just ruined a lot of things for us, and it's ruined a lot of the ways that we think about food and that we think about our health. And I feel like fasting is an opportunity to sort of overcome some of those hurdles, which is where I want to be. I don't want to count calories for the rest of my life. I don't want to judge my day on if I ate well or didn't eat well, and then feel the guilt that may or may not come along with that. So this is just do the best you can. Finally, I was going to bring up what to me is the biggest obstacle right now, which, believe it or not, is freaking coffee. As I've been sort of playing around the last couple weeks with fasts and just trying to see how I handled it, it has been dirty fasting because I have absolutely been having cream and stevia in my coffee every morning. And that is not how I want to do it. I know, especially when you're trying to get the health benefits out of fasting, it really does need to be a clean fast. And so starting tomorrow, I am going to attempt to either not have coffee, and yes, I have the Advil ready for the headache that will come with that, or drink black coffee, which I do not like black coffee. I can do some of like the black cold brews, but it's not my normal coffee, and that's going to be so hard. And it's so silly that like that has been such a hurdle for me. But coffee's addicting, guys. It is addicting. And just pray tomorrow that I can get over that hump. Anyway, if any of this resonates with any of you guys, or you've been on a similar journey, I would love to hear about it. I really want to build a community here. I feel like some of the most motivating stuff is watching others who are doing it and realizing, hey, I could do it too. So I'm hoping that's what this turns into. I'm hoping to build a community. Most of all, if you guys have any suggestions on how to quit coffee and not hate life, please drop it in the comments below. Anyway, I will be updating right now. My plan is weekly. What that update will include is going to be any weight loss, what my average fasting length is, obviously what my eating window then is. Maybe I'll throw in there like what was the longest fast I did, what was the shortest fast I did. I know I'm a data person, so just throwing some data at you, and then obviously how I felt, what worked, what didn't work, and all of that. So I hope you guys stick around and follow me on this journey. And again, I would love to hear from you. So talk to y'all soon. Bye.